Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Tim Static, and we will be covering our Northern Wisconsin market launch using technology to drive success. So to begin, I want to highlight the Northern Wisconsin market launch as a whole and the goals from doing so. So I want to recap the project we're currently working on completing. We're going to launch a new market for US Cellular in our Northern Wisconsin market. So first, we want to talk about expanding our market presence. So launching this market in Northern Wisconsin will expand our current market presence. This will provide a larger usage area for our current and potential customers. Um, we will also increase the roaming revenue for US Cellular since other carriers will be able to use our network for their customers as well. Additionally, we will be able to save money in our roaming partnerships we currently have set for Northern Wisconsin because we will now be able to use our network instead of paying our competitors to use their network. And lastly, we're going to increase our consumer base. Since we'll have our own network in Northern Wisconsin, we will now be able to sell our services to a new subset of customers. Overall, by completing this project, we'll be able to increase overall revenue for US Cellular. So as that first title slide highlighted, we're talking about how technology is going to help drive success with this market launch. So I wanted to cover some big picture things around technology. So technology is a force in today's business world. It's continually evolving, and it is important for management to continually adapt to and accommodate new strategies and opportunities in the changing business landscape. What's important to understand is the advantages that each technology brings rather than the specifics or how to use that particular piece of technology. And focusing on what value is provided allows leadership to make the most of the larger technology picture. So the first technology we are going to explore and dialogue around is called Scanalytics. And first, we're going to highlight the strengths around Scanalytics and go into further detail about what it is. So Scanalytics is a Internet of Things device that measures footsteps. What's incredible about this product is its sensor-laden mats capture every impression in an analyzed area, and through the predictive platform, we uncover the most useful data to improve your space. So we place the soul sensor at strategic points in our space to learn what works and what can be improved. We then can get real-time updates on customer behavior throughout our retail stores, and we can take action to optimize the interactions. We can place our map permanently for the entire duration of our data collection or apply it to different areas of our store for more device data gathering. So we can use this as a short-term initial launch use, or we can keep it installed in our new locations in Northern Wisconsin and use it as a benchmark going forward. Another key component or strength of Scanalytics is understanding performance. So we can analyze where customers spend their time to accurately predict and take action on needs in a demand-based way on in-store behavior. So we can see what parts of the store they continually stop and look at, whether it's our phone bar, where we have demo phones, maybe some accessory pods, whatever that might look like. We can also improve our service, so we can track workstations, checkout lines, and wait times to improve our shopper experience, productivity, and training practices. For example, if we have 4 workstations open to do transactions with the customers and we see one associate that is done much quicker than the other associates at the store, that associate might be taking too much time with the customer or too quick with the customer. Comparatively, if we have an associate that has a long time where the customer is standing in front of them, we might be able to ascertain that they are spending too much time with the customer. And lastly, we can optimize the experience so we can interact and influence shoppers in the decision-making process through triggered automations to enhance the customer journey. Okay, so next, we're going to highlight some weaknesses of the Scanalytics technology usage. The first one being time to gather data. So it'll take time to gather consumer data so we can make adjustments to our store layout if necessary. So it might not be an immediate return on investment on this product, but we'll be able to see over time what our customer trends are and how we can improve the customer experience. over-reliance. So while gathering data this way is an effective process, it is still important to make sure we are using human analysis as well. For example, there's not a way to differentiate between employee and consumer traffic on the sales floor. So the Scanalytics software, purely the maths underneath the software just measures steps on it. So we won't be able to tell just from the software whether it's in a consumer or employee that's standing in that area. So we'll also have to rely on some human element as well. Keeping updated. So we'll also need to make sure that we keep the software and product updated. If for some reason the new product or product update is required, we'll need to make sure that we are keeping the Scanalytics core sensors current so we can gather the data that we need to. And lastly, security concerns. So it'll be important to make sure we are keeping the data we gather secure. This proprietary information could be used by our competitors to better understand our consumer shopping habits. So that's just the first big technology focus that I wanted to discuss using Scanalytics to improve and analyze our in-store traffic, what trends we see from our consumers, and also what trends we see from our employees. All right, so next we are going to cover the second piece of technology that we're going to use to make our market expansion to northern Wisconsin successful, and it's to continue to leverage our customer relationship management program that we're using. So I wanted to highlight some of the strengths that we see from continually using this program. So first, improved efficiency in serving customers. Obtaining the knowledge of the client is the basis for achieving long-term relationships. This knowledge is produced and possessed as experiences, values, and situation behavior outcomes. An effective communication between an organization and its clients ensures that this knowledge is transmitted. So once again, the more we know about our clients, the better we're able to serve them. If everyone is using our customer relationship management software to record their customer interactions, every client interaction, then others are able to serve the client with the knowledge of what has previously been discussed with the client. This also leads to a better client relationship. The more you know and remember about clients, the more your clients know you care about them. This enables us to forge a much stronger connection and a deeper relationship with our clients or customers that come into US Cellular. Greater staff satisfaction. So the more knowledge our employees have, the more empowered and engaged they are. Having an accurate and up-to-date customer relationship management software that everyone uses and has access to helps employees solve client problems. Doing so makes clients and employees happy. And lastly, improved ability to cross-sell rather. The more you know about our clients' needs and wants, the better we're able to provide the solution to their next problem. So we're going to continue to use the customer relationship management software we currently are. We're going to make some improvements to it throughout this launch. But it's really a tool that we can use to benefit both our customers or clients as well as our employees in their day-to-day happenings in our stores. Next, we are going to highlight our customer relationship management weaknesses. Okay, so the first weakness or potential weakness we might experience with the continued usage of our customer relationship management software is staff over-reliance. So if our staff becomes relies too heavily on our customer relationship management software, it reduces the flexibility in dealing with customer interactions. They can often become helpless in the face of questions from our customers because if it isn't in the system as far as how they should interact with the customer, they don't know how to solve the problem. This has obvious implications for the customer experience, and clients may become frustrated taking their business to one of our competitors. Weakness is security concerns. So there are risks associated with keeping a lot of data in one place. With stringent regulations surrounding data, businesses face severe penalties in the event of security breaches. When it comes to customer relationship management software, it is vital that security processes are put in place to protect clients' personal information. This can be a significant expense for our business, but costs associated with not having such safeguards in place are far higher. Lastly, process-driven. So to maximize the return on investment in the customer relationship management system, it is necessary to have a process-driven sales process. A customer relationship management system can be used simply as a data store, which can be mined for insights, assuming that the data is updated consistently. However, the real value comes from using it to manage the sales pipeline, flagging issues early, and holding people accountable. This reduces lost deals, increases upsell rates, and provides much improved revenue forecasting where no formal sales process exists. Introducing one can be a massive change for some companies, one which may require extensive investment in people, retraining, a whole philosophical shift in the business's sales approach, and quite a lot of short-term expense and pain. Thankfully for US Cellular, we are already in a sales environment and we do have a specific process that we tend to follow with our customers. However, it is still important to make sure that we are making these interactions feel different and special with each customer that we interact with. Okay, so just to conclude this presentation and to recap a couple of things we covered. One, it'll be important for US Cellular to leverage technology with our expansion to the northern Wisconsin market. The two key technology systems we're going to be leveraging is the Scanalytics software slash floor sensors, as well as our customer relationship management software. In doing so, we'll be able to effectively drive sales results because we'll be able to better understand where our customers shop in our stores, as well as understand our customers as a whole based upon the interactions they have with us. For example, if we're using our customer relationship management software and we see that a customer is eligible for a new phone in 2 months, we'll be able to use that system to proactively mail the customer a letter or send them an email to drive them into our retail store so we are able to sell them on a new product or service. And lastly, with those driven sales results, we're going to grow revenue. Technology is an investment. However, there's more cost associated with failing to invest in technology than there is in the cost of investing in that technology. So thank you again for joining me on this presentation. I'm very excited to continue to work on our expansion to the northern Wisconsin market, and I look forward to all the positive impacts and results that we will have for US Cellular by leveraging technology and by increasing our customer base as well as our overall sales results. Thank you and have a great evening.